Hello everyone, this is Divya Chandwani and I'm glad that I'm welcoming you all on this brand new channel that is Class 10th CBSE Quest. On this channel, we will teach you with the help of questions. Basically, we'll help you answer all types of questions. Short answer type questions, long answer type questions, or even multiple choice questions. So, yes, my students, now you don't have to worry how you have to answer these questions because all the educators on this platform are here to help you out. And according to CBSE's point of view, the most important thing is the way you answer all these questions. So, you just have to subscribe to this channel to know all the possible questions according to CBSE's point of view. As I've told you, my name is Divya Chandwani. I have done BTech in Electrical. I have more than 2 years of teaching experience. I have mentored many students for NTSC and CBSE board exams. And I am a faculty in Kota, Rajasthan. So in today's video, we will discuss what are the updates in exam pattern for English in 10th CBSE board. That is 2020-21 session because this year CBSE had made so many changes in English. So in this video, we will discuss all the updates that have been made this year in English. So before starting the topic in detail, I would like to share some benefits with you all if you can get if you subscribe to an academy. So these are the benefits, my students. You will get daily live classes. Yes, you don't have to go for any more recorded lectures. You can enjoy the benefits of daily live classes at your home only. You will also get live tests and quizzes. You will also get structured courses. That means for which course you're applying, you will get a specific designed course for that particular exam. And you will also get unlimited access. That means, for example, you are not able to attend your class that day due to some reason, then you can go for recorded lectures also, and you will have access to all the educators teaching on this platform. So that means you will have an option of multiple educators. Yes, if you will subscribe to an academy, you will get an opportunity to prepare your subjects with all these top educators across India, like Devendra sir, Ankit sir, and Chetan sir. So this is the comprehensive syllabus again. Comprehensive syllabus includes mathematics, social science, Hindi, science, that is physics, chemistry, and bio, and English. So yes, students, now what you have to do is you just have to download the Unacademy Learning app from your Play Store or your App Store, and you have to choose the goal that is CBSE Class 10th. So don't waste the time and subscribe to the channel, and please get the subscription fast. So yes, if you will go for 12 month subscription, it will charge you around rupees 12,500. And if you will go for any other offline institute, then you have to go for your hostel fee, mess fee, tuition fee of that institute. So it will charge you around 2 or 3 lakh per year. That is too much, and then you have to leave your comfort zone also. So my students, it is my request, don't waste your money, don't leave your comfort zone. Enjoy by subscribing to an academy and enjoy your studies at your home only for rupees 12,500. And by applying the code that is Divya10, DIVYA10, you will get a discount of 10% and you can have this benefit at only rupees 11,250. So don't waste your time, subscribe to an academy fast. So without any further delay, now we'll discuss our topic, that is all the updates that have been made in English by CBSE this year. So yes, my students, as you know, earlier there were four sections, section A, B, C and D. But this year one section has been removed and now there are three sections, A, B and C. A is similar, A is same as last year, that is reading skills. It is of 20 marks. Section B, most of the changes have been made in section B because writing skills and grammar have been merged this year. Earlier section B used to be writing section and section C used to be grammar. That means they both were separate, but this year they both are merged and it will be of 30 marks. Section C is your literature textbooks and supplementary reading text. That means this is your literature section. Earlier section D used to be a literature section, but this year section C will be your literature part. So again it will be of 30 marks. That means your total paper will be of 80 marks. And yes, there will be an internal assessment also that will be conducted by your school of 20 marks. So again, this is a detailed structure of section A, B and C with the weightage, okay. So section A, that is a reading comprehension, it will have a weightage of 25%. Section B, that is writing skill and grammar, as I told you, it will have a weightage of 37.5%. Section C, that is your literature section, it will also have a weightage of 37.5%. So yes, students, according to the weightage, section B and section C are the most important sections to get good marks in English this year. So now we'll discuss section A, that is our reading section. This section will have two unseen passages. Yes, so one passage will be your factual passage and second one would be your discursive passage. So first, factual passage will be of 300 or 350 words and you have to answer 8 objective type questions. Okay, objective type questions are, you can say, multiple choice questions. There will be a question, there will be 4 options. You have to choose one correct answer, one correct option. Each question will be of 1 mark. So therefore, factual passage will be of 8 marks. Second is your discursive passage. Now many students can get confused between factual passage and a discursive passage. So I'll help you with that. But your factual passage is a passage which doesn't have any which have a connection. I'm sorry, factual passage is a passage which has a connection with the paragraphs or the topics. That means it follows a strict structure. Everything is connected to each other in factual passage, while in discursive passage there is no strict structure. That means the paragraphs or the topics are not connected to each other. So this is discursive passage. In this you have to answer 4 short answer type questions to test your inference. That means how good you are in guessing things. And there will be 4 objective type questions again from this passage to analyze your vocabulary. That means how good you are with words and their meanings. So this passage will be of 12 marks and in this passage you have to answer 8 questions. So this was all about your section A, that is your reading section. Now let's move forward to section B. So as I've told you, most of the changes have been made in writing and grammar. So this is section B, which is merged this year. So first we'll discuss writing section and then we'll go for grammar. So बच्चों, in writing section, you will get an internal choice and you will have a formal letter. So formal letter is a letter which we write to any official person or editor of any newspaper. We don't write formal letter to our relatives, parents or siblings. They are informal letter. It is informal letter. Formal letter I have told you. So you have to write this letter in about 150 to 200 words and it will be of 10 marks. Second will be your analytical paragraph. You have to write this on the basis of your given map, chart, report, line or the graph in about 150 to 200 words. Now, what is an analytical paragraph? An analytical paragraph is a paragraph in which you have to give some kind of evidence or some kind of stats to prove your words. Yes, students, don't forget to relate your words, your paragraph to any proof, any evidence or any stats. It will help you in getting good marks in analytical paragraph. So it will be of 10 marks. So now there we start with your grammar syllabus. Okay, so grammar syllabus include the following topics. So first will be your tenses, second is modals, third is use of passive voice, that is active and passive voice, Fourth is subject verb concord, that is subject verb agreement. Fifth is reported speech. It is direct and indirect speech. And in direct and indirect speech, you have to focus on commands and request questions, statements, and question types. Sixth will be your clauses. Clauses is a very vast chapter, students, but don't worry. We have to concentrate on noun clauses, adverb clauses, and relative clauses. Your last chapter in grammar will be prepositions. So this was the syllabus of grammar. So you have to prepare all these topics to get 10 marks. So above items may be tested through test types given below. So yes, you have to answer a close passage or gap filling or editing. So what is a close passage now? Basically, close passage, students, it is a kind of a test to diagnose or to judge your reading ability. Gap filling, you can get fill in the blanks type of questions. Also editing, you all know, because last year also editing omission questions were there. Basically a word will be omitted and you have to guess that word, you have to identify the word. Second will be your dialogue writing. It can be from direct and indirect speech, okay, or maybe reporting a dialogue on a given clue. So this is all about your section B, that is writing and grammar. So now let's move forward to section C, that is our literature section. Section C, literature textbook and supplementary reading text. So those who have just arrived in class 10, they are not aware with their books also. So there is a textbook. This is the most important book throughout the session. This is First Flight. Okay, and second will be your supplementary reader, that is Footprints Without Feet, and third will be a workbook just for practice. So students, in First Flight there are poems and chapters. So basically you will have a chapter, then a poem, a chapter, then a poem in First Flight. So you have to go through all the poems and chapters given in First Flight, and in Footprints Without Feet, there are only chapters. So quickly, I'll just let you know the names of the chapters. So Flight, these are the proses: A Letter to God, Nelson Mandela, Two Stories About Flying, From the Diary of Annie Frank, The Hundred Dresses Part 1, The Hundred Dresses Part 2, Glimpses of India, Mijbil the Author, Madam Rides the Bus, The Sermon at Banaras, The Proposal. So these are all the chapters. These are the poems: Dust of Snow, Fire and Ice, A Tiger in the Zoo, How to Tell Wild Animals, The Ball Poem, Amanda, Animals, The Trees, Fog, The Tale of Custard the Dragon, and last for Annie Gregory. So these are the chapters and poems in First Flight that you have to go throughout the session. So now let's start with Footprints Without Feet, Tramp of Surgery, The Thief's Story, The Midnight Visitor, A Question of Trust, Footprints Without Feet, The Making of a Scientist, The Necklace, The Hack Driver, Bholi, and the last, The Book That Saved the Earth. So these are all your chapters and poems we will read in our upcoming videos. So in section C, basically you will get two extracts. Okay, they can be either from your prose, poetry, or drama, but you have to answer only one extract out of two. So these two short answer type questions on the interpretation. So it will be total, it will be of 4 marks. So you have to answer one extract out of two. Next will be you have to answer 5 short answer type questions out of 7 in 30 to 40 words, because there are short answer type questions that don't, you know, increase their length too much. Just keep them for around 2 or 3 lines. That's it. So yes, students, you have to answer 5 questions. 3 will be from your First Flight and 2 will be from your Footprints Without Feet. So each question will be of 2 marks. So in total it will be of 10 marks. And the last question is the most important question because it will be of 8 marks. So again, you will be given a choice out of two long answer type questions. You have to answer only one. And these questions, both these questions will be from your book, First Flight. So you have to answer one out of two, and you have to answer this question in around 100 to 150 words. This can be a passage based question taken from a situation or plot from your book, First Flight. So please answer this question very precisely and in a very particular manner to get good marks, because it will be of 8 marks. Yes, as we have discussed all the sections, section A, B, and C, but still, if you have any confusion, any doubt in any section, please feel free to comment and ask me. So now I'll discuss with you all some common doubts in English that many of the students have asked me. So first question, which section should I start first? Many students have asked me that ma'am, we get confused. We should start with section A, B or C. So my students, I would like to give you this advice. Please go with any section you are comfortable with. If you are confident with section A, you're very good in reading comprehension, you can go for section A. If you're very good in B, that is your writing and grammar, you can go for that also. If you are very good in literature, very good with words, very good with language, you are very confident about the chapters, the stories, then you can go for section C also. But yes, if you will ask for my opinion, then starting um, in starting, I'll suggest you section B, and in section B, I will suggest you to start with writing first, because in starting, our mind is very fresh, and when our mind is fresh, it gives us very brilliant and fresh ideas. So with those brilliant and fresh ideas, you can write very good answers that will help you to stand off the crowd. So you can start with section B, but if you're not confident with that, please go with the section you are confident with. Okay. So the second question is how I can present my paper neatly. You can use your blue pen or your black pen. Okay, so you can, if you want a heading there or you want to put any topic there, so you can use your black pen. Or if you're using some particular word and you want to gain the examiner's attention towards that word in literature or writing section, then you can highlight those words with the help of your black pen. And if you're answering the gap filling questions, the fill in the blanks, then you can underline those answers also with the help of your black pen. And yes, if your handwriting is not that good, please try to improve it to get good marks. Third question is from where I can practice the unseen passages. So as you all know, this is a digital world, right? So you can download any question paper or any sample papers from Google also. You can practice these unseen passages from those downloaded papers or sample papers. Or if you want to go for books, then you can go for all-in-one. Okay, you can solve these unseen passages from all-in-one, or you can go for together with also. Now the last question, is the board exam difficult? No, my students, the board exams are not difficult. It is just in our mind that we are first appearing for our we are appearing first for our board exams. It can be difficult, but no, my students, it is not difficult. I'll give you some advice which will help you in improving your English. So if you're not good in English, then you can go for you can inculcate this habit in you of reading an English newspaper. Yes, my students, you can go for Times of India, you can go for any other English newspaper, but please start reading English newspapers to improve your English. You can go for the editorials, you can go for the articles to improve your English. And if you want to keep yourself entertained and you want to improve your English, as well as you want to keep yourself entertained, then you can go for some English movies also, which can help you in improving your English. So when you will read good, when you will listen good, okay, so I think then you will start writing good English. And when you'll start writing good English, when you'll start listening good English, when you'll start reading good English, then you will start speaking good English also. So yes, my students, don't worry. I'm here to help you all. And don't forget to subscribe to this channel so you can be notified about my upcoming videos also. Thank you very much, and please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, that is Class 10th CBSE Quest, and please use the code that is Divya10 DIVYA10 to get 10% discount. And please hit the bell icon for further notifications so you'll be notified for my upcoming videos. See you all in my next videos. Bye bye.